Right, here we are then. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me just mute that a moment. We don't need that. And open this and mute that. Then we don't hear everything twice. But good afternoon, everybody. Today I am going to show you PassengersFx. Now I am doing a video of this, but I thought, well, I've got an hour or so. So I might as well go live for a change. PassengersFX by Kevin Fazakali, who lives down in New Zealand. Really nice guy. He's developed this a couple of years ago now, and he's just done a complete rewrite of it for X-Plane 11, and it's now called PassengersFx 2020. Which is fairly apt considering we're in the year 2020, and it's a complete rewrite of the code, and new voices have been recorded, so there's lots of different packages. You can get the basic base package with one voice for free. It doesn't cost you anything, it's actually free, but if you want other packages with other accents in, so French, Canadian, Spanish, German, I believe. I think it's something like 13 different ones. I'll show you in a moment. You can buy each of those packs separately, or you can buy a mega pack which has all the voices in there, all the different voices. If you have the basic edition, 95% of the audio interactions are operated manually by you. If you get the full package, 95% of all the interactions, voice interactions, are automatic. And what I'll be showing you today is the automatic. So I'm on the ground at Cardiff. Let's just get this up here now. So I'm on the ground at Cardiff. The aircraft's been set up, so we're all prepared, ready for flight. So just FMC's done, etc. Now, if you've got the Zebo mod or any aircraft that uses external Fmod sounds, you have to turn those off, otherwise they will clash with PassengersFx. Okay, so certain things happen at certain times in this. So first thing, after you've set up your aircraft, you've got yourself online, or if you're flying online or whatever, you then need to turn it on. So you go into Fly with Lua macros, and start PassengersFx 2020. Okay, so that's clearly the British one, but if we go here and it says load Passengers FX edition, you've got the basic Brazilian, French, Jamaican, African, British, German, Korean, American, Chinese, Indian, Spanish, Australian, French, Italian, Dutch. Oops. So they're obviously getting ready, doors to automatic, and they'll start boarding in a moment. So I think what I should do is I'll prepare better pushback. We'll come back to this in a moment. I'll tell you what, I'll just put that on the other screen, and I will call better pushback, pre-plan that. So as I was saying, we've got different accents here: Australian, French, Italian, Dutch. There's a new one being worked on as we speak, a Scottish one as well. There are announcements that you can do. You can even listen to radio channels where they've got different music. You create custom user sounds, so you can create your own. Oh yeah. So cabin crew prepare for gate departure. And so all of these announcements and everything are automatic. You can hear the music in the background. I hope you can anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft doors have now closed. So at this time, all electronic equipment needs to be turned off and left off until 10 minutes into our flight. If you came on board with a mobile phone, please check that now and make sure it's turned off and left off until you are in the terminal. My name is Francisca, and on behalf of the entire crew, we would like to welcome you aboard. In just a moment, we will be showing you a very important safety video. We ask for a few minutes of your undivided attention.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And again, welcome on board.
You can hear the passengers in the background and the music, and of course pushback truck is coming up now.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
So just waiting for our pushback, then we can get going. Certain things happen as I turn on different lights, different things will happen. Darren Foe, hello, good afternoon, and you're going to bed. Alright, we'll see you soon, Darren. And Darren, I'm still waiting
So
to hear.
connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, so release parking brake, if I can see, there we go.
Starting pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our flight today. Every member of our team is here to ensure that your journey is as pleasant and as comfortable as possible. We are honoured that you have chosen to fly with us. Thank you. Your safety and comfort are our top priorities. So before the aircraft takes off, please pay attention to the following safety instructions. Please keep your seatbelt fastened while seated. It can be fastened and unfastened like this. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times, as turbulence can occur unexpectedly. In the unlikely event of a sudden loss of air pressure, oxygen masks will drop from the panel above your seat. Remain seated and pull the mask towards you. Press it against your nose and mouth and continue to breathe normally. You must fit your own mask on before helping others near you. A life jacket is stowed under your seat. When instructed to do so by the crew, pull the life jacket over your head. Attach the strap to the hook in the front and pull tight to adjust it to your waist. Before leaving the aircraft, pull the red toggle sharply towards you to inflate the jacket. If you leave the aircraft via an emergency exit over the wing window, please inflate your jacket outside. If necessary, you can top up the air through the tube. Every life jacket has a lamp which lights up in the water when you pull this tab. All emergency exits include a luminous exit indicator. Photoluminescent strips on the floor will guide you to these exits. Do take time to locate the nearest exit towards you. It may be located behind your seat. To review these instructions, please refer to the safety card in the seat pocket in front of you. This or any other flight is a non-smoking flight. To bring you closer to the places you want to discover. To bring you closer to the ones you love. Flying further each and every day.
Disconnecting toes. Stand by.
That's our commitment to you. Enjoy your journey. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, that's $99 if you buy all of the packs in one go. But I think people just buy the packs related to maybe their country of origin. So there we go, there's the safety demo over with, and we're just waiting for the pushback truck to get out of the way. And we'll turn some lights on then and get going. I can't do anything just yet because I don't want to blind the tug driver.
Tow is disconnected. bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
There we go. We'll see you next time. Oh, there he is. Just wait for that hand signal. Hope I see it. Otherwise, sometimes he gets behind the post. Yeah, there we go. So that's good. So we'll get some lights on now. So taxi lights, wing and wheel, logo. Oh, smoking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you that this is a non-smoking flight, which means that smoking is not allowed anywhere in the aircraft, including the toilets, which are protected by smoke detector alarms. As a reminder, the non-smoking sign will remain illuminated throughout the trip. Thank you.
We'll just begin our taxi down to Alpha 1 runway 30 at Cardiff. I'm not using real world weather because, as we know, it's vicious at the moment, and I want to make sure the flight goes okay. So throughout the flight you'll hear different calls, different announcements, and I will also activate a couple of announcements as well, different ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your attention, and now we invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy the takeoff. We'll give you a little more information about our service plan for our flight as soon as we are in the air. Thank you, and again, welcome on board.
There we go. As we come down to the hold. Okay.
Approaching 30.
That's the RAS system coming into play there, giving me approach to 30. I'm sure you know about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll shortly be dimming the cabin lights for takeoff and once again for landing. If you wish to read, then a reading light can be found in the panel above you. Alternatively, for our business and first class passengers, a reading light can be found by your left shoulder. Thank you.
Just a quick scan and make sure everything's alright. And
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
stabilised. nose wheel off. And there we are. Nice and clean departure. Look outside. I actually quite like it, Darren. You know, it's all like the background chatter in the back and stuff like that. I do actually quite like it. That's flap 0. As we start in the turn, already at 5,800 feet. Nice climb rate. The weather looks good. So I'm going to climb, because one of the things you've got to do is, with this, you've got to make sure that your cruise is flight level 260 or above. So I put 260 in, which is a bit high for this flight. Whoops, a bit high for this flight to Manchester, but you know, for purposes of this video, right, come on, settle down now. We've got an overspeed for some reason. That's it, speed's coming down now. Oh, overspeed, why? I get rid of M1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed the altitude of 10,000 feet. All electronic devices may now be switched off from airplane mode. This aircraft is equipped with Wi-Fi. Please see a flight attendant for more information.
I'll try and get us up to 2.6. There we go. There we are. That's better. Right, we're on FMC speed now. So there's not much to do now until we get towards Manchester. Obviously you need to check the ILS and everything ready for arrival into Manchester. I think we're just coming up towards the Brecon VOR now. 2.5 miles to go, and that'll be a left turn, heading up through mid Wales towards Liverpool, where we begin our descent into Manchester. But we'll actually start descending around about Monty, just before Mersey, I think. I did this flight the other day, and the flight was perfect until I came on final approach into Manchester, and for some reason, I think, the aircraft took a dive out of the sky, and I think it might have been that I had broken the flaps. So I had a flap failure. I've spent that much time on VATSIM lately, controlling that I'm losing basic flying skills. So Zevo mod doing its thing and hopefully doing it correctly. I'll have to turn off some lights. turn off the logo light, we don't need that. Turn off wing lights, but leave the anti-collision on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a big favour to ask of anyone who is in an aisle seat in economy. We have a person who is very claustrophobic and she is in a window seat. We are asking if anyone is willing to move a window seat and give up your aisle seat. It would help if you were around row 37, they are in 37A and B. If anyone would give up their aisle seat, a couple could do it to move an ABC out of an aisle and a middle. If you are willing to help these people out in 37A, please raise your hand. Thank you very much.
Seat swap. Wow. That was something I activated, so there are a number of things that you can activate yourself. That was one of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be soon serving you with cold drinks and a light snack.
Which is about as much as you'll get on a flight to Manchester, if anything at all. But I'm feeling generous today, so we'll give them a light snack and a drink. So Black Knight says, if anything that is a little too clear, more often than not, and as far as I remember, one rarely hears announcements that clearly, if ever, in the cockpit. It's usually the slipstream and the aircraft. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's quite true, Black Knight, but even so, in terms of immersion, it actually, a lot of people kind of like to feel as though that, you know, they're in something that's living, a living kind of aircraft, and I find it actually quite good. I haven't got a problem with it at all. It is a little loud, but you can turn it down in actual fact. I can turn the volume down. Let me just find it on the menu. So I've turned it right down now. So it's a lot quieter now, you'd barely hear it. Previously I had it at something like 75%. So just coming back to this menu screen here, all your different accents. Then you've got announcements that I can trigger, such as let's try. We're not going to have a duty free. We'll do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you that this is a non-smoking flight, which means that smoking is not allowed anywhere in the aircraft, including the toilets, which are protected by smoke detector alarms. As a reminder, the non-smoking sign will remain illuminated throughout the trip. Thank you.
There you go. So I turned it right down there. That's like 4.75. I don't know what it would be like quieter. So then you got the radio channels, so I just had a bit of chill out music on. And once again, you can turn that down or up. Also, but it's in the manual. you can tune in to different ATC channels. So and they're not live, they're recordings from ATC Live, ATC.net Live or ATCLive.net, whatever it's called anyway. And there's a couple they've got in there. I think they've got Shannon in there and JFK and a couple of others as well, and you can listen to those by tuning into those. But those are in the manual. The instructions for that are in the manual, and I can't remember them off the top of my head, but that's pretty neat. But I mean, you could just listen to live ATC if you wanted to. Aren't they always annoying, Darren? And you'd want more than light refreshments. This is a 2-way flight up to Manchester. And like Black Knight says, it is personal preference. Like anything else, it is just personal preference. It's entirely up. I kind of like it. And it gets, like the different accents are really good. I'll probably demo those. I think the British is a bit too clipped, and a bit too proper. But that's very typical, isn't it? Right. I'm going to turn that volume up a bit so I can hear what's going on, and then you can as well. I don't want to miss my top of descent, I know that. So I better check. There it is. And I'm going to go right down to... I'm going to go down to that so I don't screw up. For some reason my speed is still climbing. I'll come back on the throttle a bit. 1095. Okay, so 1095 and it's 23 in it. I did miss my top of December, not to worry. What does it say? Slow down to get down? We'll see. Hi Dougal, how are you? Yeah. Well, I haven't done any live streaming for a while, but I'm always around. I'm always here. Although I must admit, life is very busy at the moment. What with the dog and different things, and drone racing, and in the process of buying a motorhome, and all sorts of stuff. Oh, Darren, and I don't know whether Darren's still here. He may have gone off to bed. Who knows? Don't forget, I want that sign off you, Darren. So I'm just going to turn this up a little bit more. Well, the problem is it does bring up the aircraft sound as well. That's alright. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it's been a bit wild here in Cardiff for the last couple of days. It's still very, very windy. I will probably have to vector myself, I think. I'm pretty sure now as I go below 10,000 feet, we'll start hearing PassengersFx again. Different comments.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a medical emergency on board and we will have to make an unscheduled landing. Thank you.
Ooh, wow. We're not going to make an unscheduled landing. I'm still going to land at Manchester. But, I just thought I'd play the announcement just for giggles. Now, I'm definitely going to vector myself because the turn that the flight plan has drawn is really, really sharp to come onto 2-3. So I'm going to vector myself and give myself a better approach to runway 2-3. Oh, you're over in Bristol, I guess. Or can you imagine being in Western-super-Mare at the moment? I know the M48 was in a bit of a mess, wasn't it? It was in a heck of a mess actually because of that lorry that blew over. Thankfully the lorry driver was fine, he wasn't injured in any way. So coming down to 3,500 feet, I'm going to be low really early, but that's okay. I'd rather be, you know, low than struggling to get down and manage your speed. Something I've noticed of late on VATSIM, I'm not saying any of you pilots here, but a lot of new pilots, the speed control on approach is absolutely appalling, and then they expect ATC to give them speed control, which I will do. You know, if I see somebody's going too fast and I don't think they're going to make it, I will offer speed control, but it's really up to the pilot. And I've noticed of late that there's some pretty shoddy pilotage. So let's get the landing lights on. Put the logo on and the wing lights. Yeah, some really poor piloting skills of late, but you know, we all started somewhere. I remember my first days on VATSIM. I'm not that much better now. So it's reduce speed to 50 knots below 10,000 feet. As I say, last week for some reason I couldn't capture the ILS. So hopefully it kept drifting off to the right. I was gusting up to 40 at Cardiff on the other evening. It was really, really quite vicious. Okay, so here we go. So it looks as though everything is going good. For a 12-mile approach or thereabouts. Past the moors here out towards Oldham and Saddleworth. Okay. Gear down. Fully configured. And descended nicely. Get to 1,000 feet and we'll get rid of the autopilot then. Aircraft is mine. Let's trim it a little bit. There we go. Auto throttle off. And that's a nice approach, just a little bit. What's the interest?
Approaching 2, 3, right.
Watched a very interesting video yesterday about landings and hard landings and soft landings. It was really interesting. I'm a little bit slow here. So let's just pull that flap in a bit because I am extremely light. That's better. It's 500 feet. Aim for the first third, about 1,000 foot in. We'll cut the throttle until 50 feet and then flare. Oh, there's an aircraft there as well, taking off. Can I slow down? And that aircraft is my AI as well. Bit of a bump.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated until the
Hi,
aircraft
Wolfgang.
is parked and the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. Please check around you for any items or belongings. Also, please use caution when opening the overhead lockers, as items may have shifted during the flight. Thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day. Flight attendants disarm doors.
Gonna wait for the car. Is he gonna come? No. I thought the FM car was gonna come, but he isn't, obviously, so we'll have to taxi ourselves. Now I've got traffic global as well. From Just Flight, so you will see aircraft moving around. You just saw an EasyJet then, Jet 2 rather, not EasyJet. So there we go. PassengersFx working with X-Plane 11, all very nice. You heard the cabin crew saying be careful and don't move about until...
Ladies and gentlemen, a personal request. If anyone has found a watch with a blue band, please notify one of the flight attendants. Again, this is a watch with a blue band. Thank you.
Oh, somebody's lost their iWatch, Apple Watch or whatever you call them. So we've got to find a stand, and as you can see there's a lot of aircraft here. This is all traffic global stuff, so it just keeps going.
Cabin crew, disarm doors.
Cabin crew, disarm doors. Yeah, a bit of a bounce, but not that bad. I need to find a gate to go to. It's getting a bit busy here. The traffic global's really good. It's good fun. Alright. I think I can take that stand up there. Yes, I'll take that stand ahead of me. So, a bit of jiggery pokery here, and then quick onto stand. See if I can get that line. There we go, bang on. Brakes on. Come on, down, there we go. And of course, the auto gate. And there we go. Oh. Oh dear. Right, well, there we go. Well, hope you enjoyed the flight. Let's have a look, see what's going on outside the airport. So, let's turn that down a bit because it's incredibly loud. Exterior. That's better. Right. Let's go like that. Someone's just landed. Ah, is he landing? Did I come in on the wrong runway? Quite possibly. See if there's anybody else due in. Oh, he's messing around there. It's a problem with traffic globals. Sometimes it gets it right, sometimes it gets it wrong. Let's have a look. There's quite a bit of traffic in the sky, obviously. He's coming off the runway. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. Well, he's off. I have no idea what he's doing. He's certainly not taking off from there, is he? Without any doubt. So you turn all these red labels off. So this is all the traffic that's in the sky at the moment, and on the ground was just him. And I saw there's one here, and this one here, one there. Oh, there's a few. There's one there. So all these aircraft with red labels on, they'll be going soon. Or he's got to be doing a backtrack. Got to be. Well, you know, why else would he be going down there? Oh, excuse me. So I probably did, mind you, when I came into land, there was an aircraft ahead of me, wasn't there? So, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just messed up. Who's this here? Is there someone coming into land? Yeah, there's someone coming into land there. So sometimes traffic global does mess up and he's in a field. Yeah. And the reason why that happens is because the airports, or should I say the aircraft, are not landing at the right coordinates. See, there he is. He's just reappeared again. And eventually he'll end up on the runway. Straight through the A380, or whatever it is. Who did do a backtrack, so clearly I took off. I landed on the wrong runway. It's a shame sometimes, you know, it just gets it wrong sometimes. A lot of the time it's right, but sometimes it gets it wrong. So like this guy's going to go into the back of the other one. Sometimes aircraft just disappear whilst they're on the runway. But when it gets it right, it's good fun, especially when you're stuck behind a load of traffic. So he's taxiing out, or taxiing in. He's taxiing in, and that's an aborted takeoff. There's no way he's going to get up from there now, is he? His nose is up. That should have been an aborted takeoff. Is he climbing? Yeah, he's climbing. See, clearly the coordinates for the runway is wrong, or maybe the coordinates for the aircraft coming in on the runway are wrong. Who knows? Anyway, that's the end of my flight. Would I be willing to drop a link to the new Simwings community support projects on your page? Many others have done so. Well, why not? Send me the link. Would you be willing to drop a link to the new Simwings community support projects on your page? Many others have done. Yeah, please do. Yeah. Just put it on there. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I want a cup of coffee. I'll speak to you all soon. You take care now and enjoy yourselves. I'll tell you what. Let me make a note of that. What is it? Simwings community support project. Community support project. There we go. And I'll put that on. I'll put that on the Facebook group, okay? And let me have a look at it. I'll mention it on a YouTube video. I'll do a video and mention it there. All right. Anyway, take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Cheerio. Thanks for watching. Those of you who did, there's a few of you. Won't let me link here. It's all right. You can send it to my email address or put it on the Facebook group. Just search for Explain Dedicated on Facebook, and then just put it